80 to 90% of Anthropic's code is done by Claude Code itself. That number blew my mind, and it's about to change how you work. Here's the man who built it.
Across all of Anthropic, 80 to 90% of the code is written by Claude Code on average.
They don't prompt it, they loop it. By the end of this, you'll know exactly how it works, and you'll have your first loop running. So, what actually is a loop? Simply, you give your agent one clear goal. It works, then checks if that goal's done. If it's not, it goes again. It keeps looping until the goal is done, or until it hits a limit you set. Now think of a robot vacuum. You tell it to clean the floor, and it won't stop after one pass. It keeps going until the whole floor's done. That's a loop. Let's start with the simple loop. And honestly, you already do this. You ask Claude to write something. It answers. You say, make it shorter. It tries again. That's a loop. And in this first loop, the checker is you. You're part of the loop. Every fix this message you send, that's one turn. And now, the real question. What if Claude checked its own work? Quick one. If this is helping, we'd be really grateful if you subscribed. We really appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, back to work. So Claude checking its own work. Sounds too good, right? Well, Boris Cherny, the man who built Claude Code, says this is exactly how he uses it. His own words. Give Claude a way to verify its work, and it will double or triple the quality. 2 to 3 times, his number, not mine. And it all comes down to one habit. Don't describe the work, describe done. Let me show you live. One message. Fix this failing test, run it after every change, and don't stop until it's green. The first run fails, it's red. So Claude makes a change and runs it again. Still red. It tries once more, and this time, green. And count my messages, just one. Claude prompted itself the rest of the way. Keep this card, it's the whole level. Now, what if Claude didn't need you at all? So, could Claude really work without you? Honestly, it already does. Remember Boris? This is how he actually runs it. Every few minutes, Claude wakes up on its own, checks his ongoing work, fixes what it can, and goes back to sleep. He isn't sending those messages. A timer is. And Anthropic said it out loud on their own stage. Listen.
That's the shift. The default isn't, I'm going to prompt Claude Code. The default is now, I'm going to have Claude prompt Claude Code.
Claude. Prompting Claude. Nobody is touching the keyboard. And the recipe is simpler than it sounds. Karpathy put it in one sentence. Don't tell it what to do, give it success criteria, and watch it go. You say what done looks like, you put it on a timer, and the loop runs itself. That's the whole card. Which leaves just one question. Does anyone actually work like this every day? Well, us, actually. Boris, Karpathy, Anthropic's guide, they all describe the same pattern. Claude does the work and Claude checks the quality. So let me show you a few examples from our real life. Every morning, I put together our daily bulletin. I check the news that actually matters. I write it up, and I send it to every subscriber. There's a link on screen and in the comments. You can judge for yourself how good I am at it. Every night, I go over the whole system and write a report. And the little video on screen? A loop made that one start to finish. So, how do you build your first one from zero? Okay, let's build one from zero, right now, and you can copy everything you see because there's no code involved at all. You know that folder of PDFs you keep meaning to read and somehow never do? Mine is called Inbox, and today, that folder starts reading itself. Because what I'm really doing is hiring a tiny worker on a schedule. It wakes up every 2 minutes, has a look at the tray, and if there's anything new, it does the job. And if there isn't, it just says so and goes back to sleep. And here's the part I love, it never quits on me. It keeps checking over and over until the day I tell it to stop. That right there is the whole logic of a loop. So here's the command and read it with me, because the shape of it is the lesson. Loop. Every 2 minutes, check the inbox for new files. For each new one, read it, write the 3 most important points into my notes, and move it into done. And if nothing's new, just say so. Notice how the check is built in, and the stop is built in too. This is the one you'll want a screenshot of. Right, let's start it. The first check finds the inbox empty, so it says there's nothing to do and goes quietly back to sleep. And that's not a failure. That's just the loop breathing. Now let's give it something real. A little PDF about how Rome began. On the very next check, it wakes up, spots the file, and starts reading. And look at that. 3 points land in my notes. And you can pause and check them because they really are in that PDF. Paris goes in next, then the pyramids. And while I'm just sitting here, my notes quietly fill up with all 9 facts. Do you see what's happening? That file is turning into a knowledge base that writes itself. And remember, I set this up once. It's been checking every 2 minutes ever since, and it will happily keep going until I say stop. 2 minutes is just demo pace, by the way. In real life, you'd set it to 30. One question before you go and loop everything, though. What shouldn't you loop? Honestly, 3 things. And the third one is the one that bites. First, a loop is a meter that's running. Every check costs you something, even the ones that wake up and find nothing to do. So set the interval to match the job, instead of the fastest one you can get away with. Second, if you never tell it what finished looks like, it doesn't finish. It just churns. And that's all part of learning, because even masterminds like Karpathy sometimes struggle with their loops. Listen.
I ask for functionality and it comes back with something that's just totally wrong. And then we get into loops that are totally wrong. And then I get so frustrated with the agents all the time still, because you feel the power of it.
He still feels the power of it, and he's still sometimes frustrated. That's the honest picture. So give your loop something it can check itself against, and it catches the wrong before it multiplies. And third, the one I'd actually write down. Never loop anything you can't undo. Money, deletes, anything that sends to real people. Those keep a human in the middle, on purpose. Last card, and this is the one to keep. So what do you actually walk away with? So here's what you've actually got now. You know what a loop looks like, where you fit inside it, and how the people who build this stuff really use one. And the shape of it is small. A loop needs you, or a goal clear enough that it can check itself. And it needs a way to stop, a timer, a number of runs, or a finish line it recognizes. Which means you don't have to write it yourself either. Ask Claude to design the loop for you, and it will, as long as you keep those 3 warnings in your pocket while it does. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.